Hello and welcome back to Billy Ho Sports. This is going to be a betting preview video for the Pacific Classic, the FanDuel Pacific Classic at Delmar this Saturday. New content coming out all the time, so just check out the channel for all the latest and greatest. I have a Jockey Club Gold Cup preview and a betting past performances type of show. I also have a preview for this video, and then I'll be dropping this betting show. So check the description. I've got my new blog site. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. It's kind of like the big unveiling, but it's just a work in progress. So not that big a deal. So if you want to support the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button, leave a comment, and let's get it started. Okay, before we get into the Pack Classic, I did want to show you the Billy Ho Sports blog site. And this was from the previous video, the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Just a little article on the contenders and whatnot. And this one is actually a preview rankings and betting strategy type of, and I think I will be adding to it before the week is out. So this is just kind of the same similar thing, still work in progress, but got a little post draw analysis, morning line odds a little bit in there, go through all the horses and everything. And I did give at the end of this, at the bottom, I did give it a ranking. So, but I am going to actually not probably be following this set of rankings after I give you this video. I think I've changed my mind on a couple of these 2 through 5s here. So we're going to get into that now. So let's go over to the past performances, and we're going to go Delmar race number 10, the FanDuel Racing Pacific Classic. Purse $1 million, no hollers. This one is a win and you're in race. So the winner of this race gets an automatic bid to the Breeders' Cup Classic this fall. And we are going to start with Go Rocket Ride, the big winner of the Grade 1 Haskell, coming back from the extended well, not that extended layoff, but he did have the one win in the Affirmed. So it did kind of set him up to give him one under his belt. You know, it's Richard Mandela, Mike Smith up. I don't see anything wrong with him. Although I do believe it's been nearly since 2014 that a 3-year-old has won this race. They're mostly of the older horses, but I will caveat that with this is that maybe it's possible that the 4 and up field is a little weaker, since Flightline and a bunch of other horses, West Willpower, a whole bunch of other horses have retired and whatnot. But there are still some good ones, so don't get it twisted. But Go Rocket Ride is probably going to need a little step forward, and he can win. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of running a 104 to 105 here to get it done. I think that the early pressing style is just fine. I think Mike Smith will try to repeat the performance he had in the Haskell, and it's going to be up to everybody else to prevent him from doing so. Number 2 is Katona, Doug O'Neill, Antonio Frigiu. Frigiu's having a really good meet, 18% winning clip, not bad. Doug O'Neill, just not the greatest stakes rainer. He's 5% in 199 starts. Just really not getting it done as far as the graded stakes are concerned. I'm going to pass on this one, so we'll move on to Stiletto Boy. This one I can't figure out. It's 4th in the Prime Power. I've seen it ranked as high as 1st on many people's lists. He does have the best speed of all the dirt, way down here with this 110, but that was back in a year, basically over a year ago. But the 104 here on the 3rd by the neck at Oaklawn is pretty close to what's going to take to win this race. I don't think he's going to win the race itself, but I won't discount the bounce back performance, because that Stephen Foster was pretty sad. It should have been a lot better, I thought. But it's one of those middling horses that's hovering just outside in the exotic range, and I'll show you that when I get to it. Triple E, John Sadler has won quite a few of these over the past few years, including this horse in 2021. I think it's past its prime, be honest with you, 6 years old. ran this 98 in the San Diego, and that's about the best you're going to see. And that was a grade 2, and he ran 5th, and he wasn't really much of a factor to win the race. So I think I'm going to let this one go by. And then we'll move on over to Defunded Bob Baffert Train, ridden by Juan Hernandez. High trainer, high jockey, 34%, second off the layoff is what I really like. This San Diego wasn't that fantastic of a race, but it was okay, even Steven kind of thing. Just wasn't maybe just wasn't quite ready, but definitely going to be here now, ready. So all the things are lining up for this horse to run a good race. And I will say this: I think Bob Baffert's going to be the winning trainer of this race. Maybe not necessarily defunded, but a horse he has. So moving on. Order and Law, gun, gun. Robert Hess, Edwin Maldonado. Just the speed figures just aren't there. I mean, it's, it did run a 103 back in the day at Delmar in the Cougar, but this ain't the Cougar. So I'm going to pass on Order and Law. And so Slow Down Andy. Nobody wants to say that to him. Doug O'Neill again, Mario Gutierrez aboard. I said in the previous video, this 101 in the second place finish behind Senior Buscador, where he looked like he had the race won, and then Buscador came by and just kind of nudged him out, I think was still a good effort. But I think he's still on the outside along with Buscador, kind of like really, really good grade 2 horses. Can win grade 2 races like this Delmar Derby down here, and like the Futurity down here, and the Sunland. But grade 1s, I think, are going to be a little bit tall order. I think he can hit the board, but maybe with a little more maturity, could get there. But I'm going to have Slow Down Andy on the underneath as far as that goes. Senior Buscador was the winner of the San Diego Handicap. Todd Fincher and Giovanni Franco aboard. So this one has a lot of good things to say about it. It's got the speed and the workouts, but the trainer doesn't have really the great stakes record that you would like to have. But I think this 13-1 big effort, I don't think he repeats it. So I'm going to pass on Senor Buscador. I think the other horses in this race are too strong to have him beat them late like that again. Speaking of strong, Arabian Night, trained by Bob Baffert, ridden by Flavian Pratt. Now, I don't like Johnny V not riding this horse, but Flavian Pratt is an excellent backup plan. And he's only running, this is just the 4th start, so hopefully Pratt can get acclimated to his tendencies, because I really think he's going to come out and put together just a huge effort in this race, because he really surprised me in the Haskell running this 3rd. I really thought he dug in and vied outside and ran a solid race for just only a 96 rating. But that race, it was a decent effort. So I think that a big jump would put him about 8 points, would put him, say, 104, 105, squarely in the mix to win this race. He is my top choice, so we're going to go there with that. And Paroli, trained by Mike McCarthy. This is the gelding, ran a strong race in the Gold Cup down here, but that's the only time it's really faced competition. And I'm going to have to pass on that one as well. Number 11 is a horse that I really like, Skinner. John Sheriff's Hector Barrios. This one ran a pretty good closing second to reincarnate in this Los Alamitos. And it was a good effort on a slower pace race. You can see the -6 in the first call. That's a little bit slow, 47.5, just a hair slow, but was able to get that second place finish. This one, I think, is still a little bit too much to ask him to close here. I think that maybe down the road he could mature a little bit more, just only 3 years old, is Curlin is the sire. So I'm going to have him in the exotics, but I'm looking to box the 159, which is Go Rocket Ride, Defunded, and Arabian Night. So if going back and looking at these rankings, I'm still got Arabian Night 1. I think I would move Defunded up to 2 and Rocket Ride to 3. And then I might put Stiletto Boy 4 and Skinner 5. I think is how I have to redo it. I think I was just trying to be too cute with this, but that's how I would do it. And I may actually update this article to reflect that. But we're going to go over here and put together this 50-cent trifecta that's going to cost you $18. And the aforementioned 3 horses, the 1, 5, and 9, are going to go up top. And then I'm going to add in Stiletto Boy and for the second place underneath. And then I'm going to add in a couple of more. I'm going to add in Skinner, and I may do Skinner here as well, and that would make it $24, which is not too bad. So something in that ballpark is what I'm looking at. And depending on where the win bets come, as far as the final odds are concerned, I may actually have some interest in making a win bet on, say, a 7-2-ish or better horse. And obviously exactas are always in play. So 1, 3, 5, 9 or something like that, maybe an exacta box. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. And like I said, undercards races, I'm going to be putting something together for that coming up soon. So be on the lookout there. And appreciate everybody watching, all the support. Good things to come. We are plowing toward the fall and the Breeders' Cup. So let's keep it rolling. See you soon.